Says he planned an even deadlier attack, possibly using explosives. More than 160 people are believed to have been arrested during the weekend protest in Baton Rouge alone. At least 30 of those arrests Sunday night, as a few hundred people tried to block roads. There have been demonstrations throughout the country. Homeland Security Secretary Jay Johnson called for dialogue.
There's a lot of anxiety in this country right now, but at a moment like this, we need to take the opportunity to come together, develop community relations across the country.
Speaking to the Spanish media Sunday, President Obama commented on some of the rhetoric at Black Lives Matter demonstrations.
In a movement like Black Lives Matter, there's always going to be some folks who say things that are stupid. And I don't think that you can hold well-meaning activists who are doing the right thing and peacefully protesting responsible for everything that is uttered at a protest.
And on social media, some are pushing the theme that President Obama has justified the violence against police, although the president has also offered his support for officers as well. And this Dallas mother, being called a hero for shielding her son from the hail of bullets in the Dallas shooting and getting hit in the leg, was thanking police for protecting her family.
So thankful. I had never seen anything like that. The way they just came around us and just guarded us like that.
Typhoon Napatak has left 10 people dead and 11 others missing in Minqing County of East China's Fujian province. The typhoon brought torrential rains to the country, affecting 95,000 local people, with nearly 35,000 being forced to evacuate, and about 1,000 are still awaiting rescue.
North of downtown Los Angeles, a wildfire raged in the Santa Clarita Valley, forcing 2,000 people to evacuate. Steve Little and his family worried they'd lose their home.
All of a sudden the sheriff came by and said, you need to get whatever you have and put it in the car and get out of here.
Crews attacked the flames from the air and on the ground, lighting backfires to consume dry brush and prevent the fire from reaching homes. Overnight, the evacuation orders were lifted.
It was a little scary, absolutely, but you know, they did such an amazing job.
We are in an ongoing year-round fire season.
In the last 2 months, nearly 100,000 acres have burned in California. Los Angeles County Fire Chief Daryl Osby says this is the most volatile fire season in over 100 years.
The United Nations mission in South Sudan says the current ceasefire has largely been observed since it was imposed on Monday night. Clashes between forces loyal to President Salva Kiir and those supporting Vice President Riek Machar took place over 5 days until a ceasefire was reached at the beginning of the week. Hundreds have been killed in the violence, with aid workers saying that bodies remain in the streets of the capital, Juba. The UN estimates that around 3,600, mostly women and children, have been displaced by the fighting. Around 5,000 internally displaced people have sought protection in the UN's Tomping compound, and another 3,000 have been relocated to a civilian site nearby.
According to the report, rebels fired hundreds of shells and rockets on Monday. The violent shelling comes as a response to the advance of government forces towards the Castello Road. Rebels have relied on the road for supply runs and access to Aleppo, Syria's largest city and once its commercial center. It has been bitterly contested between the warring sides in Syria's civil war since.
Have confirmed the death of their number 2 leader, Omar al-Shishani. Daesh said that Shishani is killed in battle near the Iraqi city of Mosul. Confirmation comes nearly 4 months after Shishani was widely believed to have been killed in a U.S. airstrike in northern Syria. Shishani has been reported as being killed on multiple occasions in the past, but this is the first time that Daesh has confirmed his death. The Georgian-born ethnic Chechen had a reputation for brutality. He was described by the Pentagon as Daesh's Minister of War.
Estonia, Lithuania, Latvia and Poland make up a large part of NATO's eastern flank. The alliance is preparing to deploy 4 battalions to these NATO countries in response to the West's perception that Moscow illegally took over Crimea and has fueled a conflict in eastern Ukraine.